Hello everybody, welcome back to 2D Design. I'm going to talk to you about pencils and pens. And let's start with the pencils. I've asked you to get for the class an HB, an H, and a 4H pencil. But you can see the variety of pencils that are available to you. And as we go from the center, which is an F pencil, I've done all my research. I don't know why there's an F pencil in the middle of these, but there is. It's an F pencil. And then we get an HB, a B, 2B, 4B, 6B, and I think it goes on to 8 or 10B. When you get way out here, you're into a powder black. Remember that B means black. You're getting darker and darker as you go up the ladder there. With an H pencil, you're moving from that F to an H, and then you're going 2H, 4H, 6H, 7H. You're getting lighter as you go out. So darker and lighter. So H pencils are hard and they're very light. So you're going to lay out most of your drawings with a 2H or 4H if you have that. If you're lucky enough to have a 7H, which I think I do in my collection here, I kind of wanted to show you what a 7H looks like. It is very light. I don't even know if you can see it in the video. I'll move away. I think the shadow may be too much. But do you see how light 7H is? That's perfect for what we call a layout line, laying out your drawings. It's a line that only you can see. You can always make it darker if you want to, but it's easy to get rid of if you don't want it to be part of your project. So an H pencil, you should take this with the pencils that I had you get and try to do a value scale of that pencil. Just like this, each pencil. Do this in your sketchbook and you'll see the range of that pencil, how dark you can go with it, all the way to how light you can get it. And that's a beautiful little value range. So do that with your pencils and you'll know the limitations of what you can use or not. Okay, if you have more questions, I can answer them in class with you. But this is your beginning, and you're welcome to buy a collection of these pencils if you want. I certainly have a lot of these around. Your erasers you're going to use are a white eraser, no pink pearl erasers. They leave marks. Now these white erasers will erase beautifully and leave no mark or anything like that. You can also get white erasers in these kind of clip-on pencils so that if you want to get an exact erase on something very tight in there, you can do it, okay? So you're welcome to get these. And of course, these come in a variety of sizes and looks. I'm not one product oriented, any one you want to get in that white eraser. Do not bring in the yellow pencils or have the pink erasers. They leave marks on your paper, so don't use them. These are for Scantrons and things of that nature, number 2 pencils. They're not drawing tools. So these pencils that I had you get, this is a Prismacolor pencil. It's a very well-made pencil. These cost about $1.25 each in that range. So, and they have the designation of what the light and darkness of that pencil is on the pencil itself. So there are many products like that, of course. A lot of people manufacture them. You're welcome to whatever one you want to get. This one has the designation on the tip here. So any one you want to get. Okay, I think that is all we need for pencils, but please do this to all your pencils so you get an idea of what that pencil can do or not. Now let's move on to pens real quickly. I'm having you get a Micron pen. These are Microns. They say Micron on them, except mine are a little worn out. I apologize. I'd like you to get a number 1 Micron. Number 1 is just a straight 1, not a 0. And they look like that. That's a nice line for the line drawing that you're going to have coming up. This is an O2 line on a Micron. See that? Now, this one is an O1. You see these variations in the line? So you could get 3 of these, and you're going to run out of microns. If you get one number 1, you'll actually probably run out of ink, so you should get at least 2 of them. This is actually another manufacturer called Pigmographic, and they look just like a Micron, see? and they're just as good also, and they're just a little bit cheaper. So you might look for this. So if you want to load up on a bunch of number ones, okay, you're going to be using that. So there are some alternatives to these pens. This is a pen stick, comes from Austria. I find these to be really nice here. This is what they call, so it's a little bit different designation, a 0.5 millimeter. And that's the line you'll get from that. This is a 0.7 millimeter. And you see that's a beautiful line too. And they're real close to what we're asking for over here on the microns. Now, the difference between a good pen and a bad pen is the ink, of course. These Sharpies are Sharpies. They may look like the lines that you want, but they are a chemical ink, and they're not always water soluble. They call them permanent inks, but sometimes they're not. These inks are archival inks. So they're good for working on rag paper or for permanent marks for works of art, okay? So stay away from the proverbial ink pen. You get stuff like this, these ballpoint pens, okay? Now we have that ink assignment coming up, although you may get a nice clean line like that. You're gonna see you can't be consistent. And these pens are cheap, and they don't have a lot of ink in them, and you're going to need 3 or 4 or 5 of those to complete the line project coming up later on in the semester. Okay, so I think that helps you a little bit. Get those microns, test them out, put them in your sketchbook and see what they look like. Also, while I got you here, if you want to bring any kind of templates to the game here, you're welcome to do it. These are some of mine lying around the studio, and I like templates. I like to make circles out of anything I can find. So if you could find a lid to something like this, you know, anything that can make you a circle, a dime, a quarter, a nickel, you're welcome to do that. There's a little protractor here. Okay, so you're welcome to bring anything like that to your projects, okay? So take care till next time. I want to talk to you on acrylic markers, and that'll be the next tutorial. Take care now. Bye-bye.